All right, jumping to the next match. UC San Diego throwing out the mage. Looks to be Tempo Mage with Spell Slinger. So it could be Casino Mage. And UCLA throwing out the Druid.
Druid, oh my god, that's actually the perfect hand. Wow. I don't know if it's perfect. That's an amazing hand.
Double Keeper,
double
maybe
keeper,
not.
Wall Growth, Shade. So you can even... Oh my... I was going to say the only thing that could be better is if you have Innervate. They have Innervate. That's actually the perfect hand. Like, if I had to choose 5 cards to have against Tempo Mage on turn 1, it would be exactly those 5.
All right. Well, yeah, UC San Diego looks like they are playing variation of Casino Mage with Blingtron, Spell Slinger. Really fun deck. Can do some crazy things that no other deck in the game can really accomplish with cards like Spell Slinger and Unstable Portal, Blingtron. Sometimes even a Nexus Champion Strahd is thrown in there, but a lot of times not in combination with the Blingtron.
Yeah.
You really have to choose one or the other if you're going down that road.
It's actually an opening that wasn't that amazing for Druid just because there were no keeper targets earlier.
You can pick out. You could save the Flame Waker till next turn and maybe pick off the Shade, or you can hope to pick off a Shade this turn by going with either the Claw or the Arcane Blast. Claw doesn't seem like the best spell at first glance to pick up from a Spell Slinger, but it is 1 mana, so it can be comboed.
Problem is you kind of need to do something this turn and do something next turn. It's about hitting beats and tempo.
Yeah.
So since he has a lot of 5-drops next turn, Blingatron and Drake, he can't really afford to pass this turn just to play 2 spells next turn with Flamewaker. So I think he has to play Flamewaker and just go for it, as bad as it seems. The spell he's playing is probably not going to be useful. It's very unlikely that both hits the small Shade, so...
Yeah. Wow. So Lotheb is going to block out spells. Imagine they're just going to...
I think you don't attack with anything here, because you're not scared of Flamewaker on your Lotheb turn, and attacking... There's no great trades right now, or there is some great trades, but it would be just trading your 4/3 against the Flamewaker, which gets pinged down next turn. I mean, we know that he wants to play 5-drops, so there's no ping, but even then, you're just getting +2/+2 on your Shades next turn by waiting, and you're not scared that both the minions trade to Lotheb. So I like waiting here a lot more.
Yep. So going in next turn, Blingtron is in the hand of San Diego, but sometimes Blingtron can just, put you in a situation where you're already behind and you just get further behind because your opponent gets a better weapon. That looks like True Silver Champion and the Blessed Hammer? Okay. Or Charged Hammer? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So I guess they get to replace their hero power with just an upgraded version.
After a couple turns. Oh my!
Oh no!
What, do you even want to give
That's
it?
ridiculous.
God, that's so troll.
They draw 3 cards, but
it's better.
Yeah.
It's better to kill their weapon still, because if you think about the hero power grid from 1 to 2, it's only 1 damage more, but the weapon itself is like 3 damage, kind of, right? And you're getting 3 cards. I guess it depends whether you have an amazing way to use your mana otherwise, and it seems like you don't anyways. I feel like just Harrison and swing with True Silver.
It's actually quite a bit of damage from UCLA. That's 8 plus the 5, that's 13. Savage Roar would be an extra 6, that's 19. They're not there yet, but they were actually close to being able to innervate out the Starfire too. So it looks like they are going with this line. A little bit more tempo. I guess not in a rush to take away that weapon, because it is only 2 damage, and the cards that they have on the board are pretty resilient to that.
Yeah. Weapon's kind of a low impact thing right now. It's hard for the weapon to attack into any of the minions. The big thing with this play is, I guess you don't really develop your Harrison either, so for next turn you're not really gaining more damage anyways, in some ways. But
yeah,
it's a really big flame cannon after.
Yeah, and they can pave the way for their Dr. Boom coming in next turn on turn 7. But is it going to be enough? Because this gives UCLA sort of a free turn to develop whatever they want.
Wow, that's actually the perfect top deck. Because, oh, he didn't need it, never mind. He just needed the
Harrison plus Innervate Shredder still
that was good enough.
Pretty dang good. And no Force of Nature yet, but
Yeah,
UCLA is getting close to ending this.
Has way more than enough damage to end this game very soon. Savage
turn.
Roar plus Drill Claw is actually a mini combo. Not quite as good as Force Nature, but let's see, that's
They actually only
probably
need the Savage
that's
Roar.
probably enough damage.
Yeah. 9 plus the 4 is 13, plus the 6 from Savage Roar is 19.
It's way more damage, way more than enough if you're counting the Drill Claw as well. So.
Yeah. And UC San Diego might be thinking, well, Savage Roar is lethal by itself, so we might have to start clearing here. They can Azure Drake and use Frostbolt to clear off the Harrison Jones, which would stop some of the damage. But, you know, sometimes you have to just take the risk and go for the bigger board play. We'll see what they decide to go with. And it looks like it is going to be Dr. Boom. And that is going to be game with double Savage Roar. That's more than enough for UCLA to go up to a 2-0 lead. I don't know. They're thinking about the best way that they can squeeze in all the cards that they want.
Double Savage Roar is more damage than Drill Claw Savage Roar.
Yep. They could double Savage Roar. And then Wrath.
Is it more? Yeah, I think it is more damage than Drill Claw Savage Roar.
Yeah. Drew the Claw Savage Roar would be
it's more by 1. You
would
can
be
hear
12.
power.
Yeah. All right, well play comes out, and UCLA, after much deliberation on that lethal turn, decide to overkill for 7. And there you go, 2-0 up
Wow, this could
in
be
this
the
series.
fastest series